Everything's good over here. Look good to go. Crypto Dreams in the house.
Nice.
Oh, shit. All right. Sec over here. Okay. Instagram Live should be happening. I have no way to check because I have all my devices going at the same time right now. There's a whole lot of commotion going on, but guys, let's just get started right now. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the coffee break in the Joyish Kingdom. I'm going to be streaming this Mondays and Thursdays. I think 10 a.m. PST. We're going to roll with that for now. I know today's Tuesday, but that's just because I got excited. I didn't want to wait a couple days. There were some cool things in the news. You guys know in crypto land, in our finance world, things move quick. You only have about 24 hours. Otherwise, you missed it, and it's irrelevant as fuck. Here, we'll cover anything and everything finance world, including crypto, Forex, stocks, NFTs. We're looking at some of the charts, not just covering the news. So if you're a trader, it's just all in one place to start your day. As I get better in trading, I'll be, incorporating more of that stuff. So in the beginning here, I'm just getting comfortable. Towards the end of the stream, we'll hit some trending stories, controversial stories, innovation topics like AI, augmented reality, maybe. Before we get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. If you're on Twitter, retweets, shares, all the things, I appreciate y'all. Dude, let's welcome Matt to the fucking show from PB Alerts. Let's fucking go. Penny Boys.
Hey, how we doing, Kay? I've been watching your trading content recently. I'm loving it.
Let's go, baby. Dude, I just started, and what's cool is I've connected with some cool people and just in the first couple of weeks making content. And I thought about it. I was like, bro, I mean, I don't know because I'm just getting into that industry, but I feel like low key I may have a hand up here in the content game where my trading lacks. I can sort of make up for it in like creative content around the industry in the same way I did with NFTs. What are your thoughts on that? Because you come from that finance world and you've been in that world for a minute.
Yeah, no, definitely the Web3 space has a lot more creatives than the stock trading space. I know there's a lot of, overlap. But from, when I first started off in the stock trading content space, this is before NFTs were even a thing, before Bored Ape Yacht Club. And there was not that many creative people. There was like 5 or 6, main, figureheads of the stock trading space who kind of had command over all of it. But with Web3, it's way different. It's brand new. And there's just a lot more innovation going on just in content and, also just in general. So I definitely think you definitely have a leg up on the traditional, people who've been doing trading for a while and, really haven't dived in really deep into TikTok and, all the different types of different platforms you use.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Well, listen. So the structure of the show, guys. This is the most probably fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It's probably the most organized you see me. Like I've actually spent some time like preparing. I've like come up with the whole structure for how I think the show could be run. That I think is going to be cool. And so let me double check this audio. Make sure I'm not going to have double playback. I am. Okay, there we go. Otherwise, I'm all set over here. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started, guys. Here we go. All right.
Look at you got your slides up and everything.
Bro, I'm kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie. Look at all those tabs. Bro. You see all those tabs? Oh my god.
Gosh.
Yo, if y'all are watching the show, get fucking excited. If you're in space, just hit that retweet button, bottom right corner. All you have to do, hit that bottom right corner. I don't think there's a number next to it. It's a little message icon. Hit that retweet button in the space. Get this out to more people. We're gonna be running an in real life giveaway soon, including some Joyish Kingdom merchandise. So be on the lookout for that. But first off, dude, GM for the coffee break. I want to start off with sort of like lesson of the day type thing. I don't even know what you would call it. Just things to think about, set the stage type of thing. I see Genesis Truffle in the house. What's up, bro? So institutions are not trying to help you. This is something I've been learning a lot. I've been watching a lot of the streams, a lot of the educators in IM, and we've been talking about it. It's just focusing on mindset a little bit. And this quote kind of stuck out. It was something I've thought about and something I remember from Game of Thrones. If there's Game of Thrones fans out there, Matt, have you seen Game of Thrones, by the way?
Of course, yeah.
Oh my God, King. All right, so you know this dude, Lord Baelish.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, wait. Will you read the highlighted ones?
Just the highlighted?
Yeah, just the highlighted ones.
Yeah, every possible series of events is happening all at once. Everything that happens will be something that you've seen before, and sometimes the best way to baffle them is to make moves that have no purpose or even seem to work against you.
Bro, yeah. And so, guys, if you want to get the rest of the context on that, hit to the YouTube stream or the Twitter stream because I have the entire thing pulled up. But those things I highlighted because they're fucking true. They're true for a lot of things in life, but especially trading. And the fact that, like, when I'm looking at charts and stuff, you see there's like huge spikes up and you see these institutional candles and you're like, man, I don't understand it. Like, especially when you first looking at it, you're like, it's just things up, numbers go up, numbers go down. You don't really understand the why, what, when. You don't realize that these motherfuckers are playing you. They're buying and selling at the same time. They're pushing prices where they want to get it. It's the craziest shit. And literally everything is happening at once. And the craziest part, I remember when I first started trading, that I feel like new traders, maybe who are first getting in, maybe baffled, is the idea of buying and selling and hedging. They're just concepts that are so hard to grasp because you never traded with billions of dollars like some of these institutions. Matt, do you have any things that stick out to you from like super beginner traders, things that stick out to them, lessons that you tell them that are helpful to them?
Yeah, I know a lot of people, they go on YouTube and they see all these, all these traders or all these YouTubers out there saying, with their Lambos and saying how easy it is. And, honestly, I think the biggest thing to do is just to take a step back and realize that you don't need to learn everything. I think like the biggest mistake that a lot of new traders make is they see all this information out there, these gurus saying, look at all this information I have for you without really a good way of explaining it. And so people kind of get discouraged because they see like, oh, well, head and shoulders, there's the zones, there's, divergence, all those different things to learn. And it's kind of like school. It could be a little bit overwhelming, but just take it 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, a day at a time, however, whatever your time management's like. I just think the biggest thing is definitely just to take it one step at a time.
100%, bro. 100%. That's some solid advice. And then here, the second slide here, trading's a privilege, work for it. It's something I picked up from Philip, actually not specifically trading. He was talking about entrepreneurship in general is a privilege. Not everyone gets the opportunity to do that, especially if you're young. There's a lot of situational things. Like I don't have like college debt, for example, is a huge W for me. Shout out to my parents for that. But trading is like truly a privilege, bro. Like most people can't do that at all. Most people barely can make rent. And so you have this fucking opportunity to take it. So just focus on that. And one question, Matt, I want to ask you, if you lost everything and you could have one thing back just for one day, what would it be, bro? If you lost
everything,
lost all your money, you lost, you lost literally everything. End of the world, lost everything, but you could have one thing for one day.
For one day, and then it's gone again, and then you're back to having nothing.
Yeah, bro.
I guess.
No. How about this? You're about to move on to the next world, and this is the last day on Earth, bro.
Okay, I got you. The typical answer, of course, family and friends and all that. But besides that, dang, that's a really good question. What would yours be? Let me think about that real quick.
Dude, if I lost everything and you can have one thing back just for one day, oh my god, bro. Oh man, dude, I really don't know. I thought that question when I asked that question, I wrote this down. I was like, oh, easy question, bro. I'll just think of something on the spot. I have literally no idea. I think I'm gonna go with the boring answer too. I think I'm gonna go with fucking family. I would probably just do that. I mean, that would make the most sense.
I feel like you have to, right?
Yeah, true. And then just to utilize some AI, because we might as well, just in case we don't hit on any AI topics, I am gonna ask my AI Snapchat, what is the hardest quote about work ethic? Let's see what they say. Bro, she says, he or she says, or they, what do you mean by hardest quote? What's another word for that, Matt?
The hardest quote?
Like
I know you're trying. I understand.
Hits deep. I'll say that.
Yeah, hits like the one that hits the.
Come on, chat. Come on, Snapchat. Okay, here's the only one that comes to mind. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I'm actually fucking disappointed with Snapchat's AI right there. That is terrible. We're moving on. That was awful. I can't believe that's actually the answer it gave me. Guys, if you haven't already, hit me on Twitter, hit me on TikTok, hit me on Instagram, on YouTube. Also, you might as well hit up Matt on everything as well that I just pulled up. MetaMatt, is that what it is on all those platforms?
Yeah, MetaMatt Trades.
MetaMatt Trades, right on. Yeah, hit up MetaMatt Trades. Follow us on their socials because video streams and stuff is not the best place to get regular updates. Also, if you're trying to get into the Joyish Kingdom, this NFT just sold for 0.1 WETH. This is definitely the way if you guys are trying to pick up an access key inside the Joyish Kingdom. These are my NFTs. Wrapped ETH offer is pretty much the only way through because items are very rarely listed. This one's listed for 0.35 ETH. Right now, one of the guys in my Discord called this out. He listed it at 0.5. Now it's at 0.35. So if you're trying to get into that, I have other projects as well. The prequel, I have the torches, I have the Joyish Kingdom, and I have the torches for that as well. So those are all the Joyish Kingdom assets to worry about. But otherwise, we're going to move on into some crypto news here. And Matt, I know you've been busy building out a whole program and course style thing for Penny Boys. So you may not have been tapped in as much here. However, there are some things going on. There's some weird shit going on, bro. When I first heard that, have you heard about this at all?
The I mean, I know about the the whole FTX thing. What in particular are they talking about here?
Dude, so Sam Bankman-Fried now faces two separate criminal trials, which at first I thought this was a bad thing. Like, I thought this was like, oh man, he's getting off. Like, he's getting away with it kind of thing is what I first thought. But now it looks like he's now facing a total of 13 charges related to fraud, conspiracy, and bribery. And trial for all charges are going to be starting on October 2nd. And 5 of those charges will now be split off into a second trial in March of 2024. So basically, they split it up and was like, no, you've done a whole lot of illegal shit. And they don't want to. The lawyers for FTX wanted to dismiss them, but it just didn't work. So that's what's happening with FTX. And one thing that was interesting is, FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried were the second largest donor to Joe Biden's campaign. And originally, when I put this together, I thought this was going to be the reason that he got off. I was like, oh shit, they bailed this motherfucker out because he sent them a bunch of money. And I know there's some people speculating. Some people say that they Joe Biden's campaign team, whatever, sent the money back. I have no idea if that's true. If only they got that in Bitcoin, we could actually track that. However, he was the second highest donor to Joe Biden's campaign. We have what year is it? What year is the election? I'm retarded. I'm so stupid
Next year.
Next year, right? So, dude, I don't know about you, but presidential related finance stuff is gonna be the most interesting thing ever. Like the fact that Donnie Trump has an NFT collection, the fact that everyone's getting involved in crypto, the fact that right now, I just heard the other day, China has opened up the doors basically to crypto and said, bet, you guys are all banning crypto and making it hard. We'll just open the doors. What are your thoughts on China doing that? Do you think that's bullish? Do you think the United States is going to change their mind? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I mean, I know with the SEC just in general, I don't know, unless of course something changes. I know John F. Kennedy's nephew, he's running on the Democratic side, and he's really, really pro crypto. So, if something happens like that would change everything. But with currently with the things, how it's going, it's looking like the SEC is getting involved. It's looking like the United States is not looking like the best place for these crypto companies to be stationed at. And, it's looking like there are, places, overseas in Asia, for instance, that has, just better crypto regulations that are more innovation friendly when it comes to cryptocurrency. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the United States, like you said, does deal with that. Are they going to continue to regulate, or are they going to realize that, the more they do that, the more companies are going to, just flee the United States when it comes to crypto?
Yeah, Crypto Dream says it is interesting how they're flipping back and forth. Wendy, apparently, Crypto Wendio says there's a chance that Sam Bankman-Fried could be getting off. That's interesting. I'm not sure what would lead her to that conclusion, other than just like he's loaded and has a bunch of connections. Which
right.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. The crypto people I don't trust anymore. Like, bro, I don't trust anyone anymore. Like, I saw this there was some video of a TikToker, a finance TikToker, crypto TikToker who was huge, and they just found out he's like a complete fraud. Like, literally lied about everything, had no clue what he was doing. He was borrowing all these money, buying homes, buying all this shit, completely lied. He was like one of the most trusted educational, TikTokers and content creators out there. And it got me thinking about the fact that like everyone looks smart when they're crushing it. We just don't know if they like properly deserve to be crushing at that point, or if they're getting lucky. Like one example that comes to mind is like the Andrew Tate saga that's going on right now. They just got released out of the prison. They weren't, I'm not exactly sure the details, but they haven't found like proper charges, I guess, or something like that. But in my head, I'm like, all right, so there's this whole movement of the internet who's like, pro Andrew Tate again, because BBC fucked themselves with that interview. And people were like, okay, maybe this guy's legit. Maybe this guy's like really, and he's trying to like flip the script on his brand a little bit to be more positive. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, all right, in 5 years, are we about to find out that this guy was a complete fucking fraud and he really is guilty of all the charges? Or is this man really, the new fucking deal? Like, what do you think about all that, bro?
Oh, just with, just in general, like I was just reading a story, like these Instagram, like there's a bunch of, these Instagram models and probably finance, gurus out there who there's like these studios that you can rent like for like $50, and it's a little studio indoors, and it's supposed to look like a luxury jet plane, like inside of a luxury jet, and like stuff like that. So like honestly, with the with the way the social media is, you never know who's who's real, who's not. The only way to really know is just to like me and you did, like meet in person. Like that's why I love Web3. Before Web3, there was no live events. I couldn't just go meet a bunch of stock traders, at an event like NFT NYC. I mean, there were, but they just weren't as much fun or advertised. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing with Web3 is these live events are really bringing people together. And undoxing a lot of people, which I know is a big news right now, is the whole undoxing thing. And everyone's, with the network is undoxing themselves, and now people are doxing each other with Ben and the other guy, the whole stupid boxing thing with these people who look like they don't even know the inside of a ring, at all, but they're trying to say they're going to box each other. It's just, come on.
Boxing, bro. I saw a thing about people talking about that, and they're like, bro, influencer boxing's dead.
Yeah, and like it's one thing, it's like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, but a couple like of crypto nerds, like no one wants to watch you guys box. Come on.
You're probably right there. I think you're probably right there. We'll shift back into something that people are kind of interested in, because it's definitely not influencer boxing. You're right, unless it's KSI or Jake Paul. So Do Kwon sentenced to 4 months in jail in Montenegro document forgery case. So not quite. I think this is probably one of those cases where they're just trying to get this guy and trying to keep hold of him and make sure he's like not going to run away, because allegedly he never was running away. He just was hiding, but that's not the same as running away. He definitely wasn't running away earlier. But he has been confiscated, or they have confiscated 2 Costa Rican passports, 2 Belgian passports, and 2 identity cards belonging to both Do Kwon and Terra Luna executive Han Chang Jun. So that's some sketchy behavior. I don't know why you'd have like 6 different IDs if you're not on the run and you're not trying to get away with illegal shit. What's crazy about this, bro, is like I'm pretty sure still, they've frozen like all his assets. So I'm like, bro, this guy's like broke, I think, and in jail. What do you think about that? Like, when you have all your money locked, but like you are in a certain position of power, do you still have access to leverage?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you have power, I think you definitely still have levers, because as long as the money, the power can eventually generate more money, or you have the thought of getting your money back. I think you're always going to have that power and that leverage. Because in the future, I'll help you if X, Y, Z. I mean, people, they have. I think these guys have a lot of connections still.
Yeah.
But yeah,
true. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna do so much for the price. I feel like Terra, like, I don't know, bro. Terra Luna is just, I feel like unless you're scalp trading that thing, that's not something I would want to get in, bro. Like, I don't know about you, I wouldn't want to be touching that. All right. And Bitcoin. So they recrossed 26.3K, hitting the highest level in a week amid the BlackRock optimism. So basically in the last, I guess now it's been a few days now, but BlackRock came out and was like, yo, we're potentially going to do this Bitcoin spot ETF, which is sort of what people have been kind of wanting, which is, like, I remember like a year ago, I was like, man, why can't I just invest in crypto as an idea? Like, that would be sick. And I guess that would be the closest thing you could do, is like buy Bitcoin or stack Ethereum for that. However, you never know. Like, it'd be very unlikely that Bitcoin disappears, but like in the situation that it does, a lot of, especially investors, not so much traders, maybe they are looking for Bitcoin ETFs. And then also with that announcement, Fidelity, another huge company, is also looking to file for Bitcoin spot ETF, which is very interesting. Another thing that's interesting to me, we don't really need to say this because our audience likes crypto. But the idea that like all this shit happens during non-bull runs, like all these huge announcements, all these huge moves made by these big companies, things that aren't going to make crazy news. Like, this isn't going to be that much in the news, right? Like, no one's really going to hear about this except fucking us. And so it's just very interesting. So I'm like, this is such a huge play. Kind of goes along with that quote from Lord Baelish earlier of the whole, like, they're doing everything and like everything's happening at once. Like, these little moves, I feel like, end up being massive decisions that have been made. And then when the bull market comes back, I don't know, bro. Like, the fact that BlackRock owns literally everything, and now they're coming in and they're doing this stuff, like, I'm not sure what to think, bro. Like, I know some crypto influencers and YouTubers have said it a couple times, and I didn't really want to believe them because I didn't really like the way it was framed. But they were like, yo, crypto is kind of dead in the US. Like, it's sort of dead, and it's in a place where it's going to be very hard for retail to be able to purchase because they're making it so hard for the centralized exchanges. 99% of people aren't going to buy, Trust Wallet or get on the MetaMask or anything like that. And now we have, BlackRock owning the ETF game. Probably they're going to eat up a lot of that market share. Bro, it's just going to, are we literally just going to flip flop into digital currency, but no difference, no decentralization, no aspects of crypto that people originally started for?
I mean, it really depends on who, what happens here in 2024, with it's all about who's in charge, same thing, with marijuana legalization. And, a lot of it really has to do with, who's in charge and what their beliefs are. And which is unfortunate because that's not really, how right or wrong works, there's right and there's wrong, no matter who's in charge, but, that's not how it works, of course, with politics. So, I mean, I think that, like we were saying earlier, the United States definitely is making it hard for crypto companies. So, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't say it's the death of crypto in the United States, but definitely recently, we've seen the death of crypto, as far as the normal person being able to trust it goes.
Yeah.
People like us who are so far in the game, of course we're going to stick it out. But for a normal investor, all the FUD out there in the mainstream news, I wouldn't say it's the death of crypto, but this definitely hasn't been so good. But having BlackRock get into this, has there's pros and cons, of course, of it. But it definitely means that there is more mainstream. The big players are getting involved, which well, like I said, it's good if you know how to trade. I guess it's not if you're going to be part of the market manipulation on the downside.
And honestly, that's why I'm honestly, I feel like the hundreds of dollars I've spent investing into learning the art of trading and the concepts and learning the charts and stuff. I really do look at it like a freedom type of skill. It's something that you can pretty much just do at any point. Like I remember I think I got the concept that trading is freedom in the sense that you have now a skill that you can apply at any point in the day, wherever you are in the world. And if you get good enough, you get enough money to be trading with, whether it's funded or your own money. You have an outlet to freedom until like my friend said it like that and was like, bro, if you get good enough to not suck, you can actually like go move to Colombia and live in a penthouse for $1,000 a month and like live anywhere you want. And he's like, and you can make money trading. He's like, you just have to get good at it and do it for long enough. And I was just like, yo, holy shit, it really is just the skill I got to master. It's not so much the money. I'm still using the demo account for 99% of my trades.
Smart.
And I'm trying to take as many trades as I can, even though I don't want to make it a habit to take trades if I don't want to. Like I'm only really looking for certain patterns. If I don't see it, then I just move on to the next chart. What's your trading strategy, by the way, Matt? Like, how do you guys normally teach it? Because for people who don't know, Penny Boys is a company that teaches all this stuff, and you're a savage in there. I'll probably be doing some work with you guys at some point. But yeah, walk me through that, bro.
Well, really quick. First of all, talking about trading being your way to having the penthouse and all that kind of stuff. It can be, but as you see, as we saw, with during COVID, with crypto in general, the markets can change drastically, like that. And so, some people who start trading for a year or two or even 3, and they do it well successfully, it doesn't mean they're going to be able to trade successfully for the next 6 years, the next 9, or the next 12. So it is a slippery slope, when it comes to the whole. I personally tell people, don't try to become a full-time trader. You definitely want to have something else as well, whether it's a backup or just something like this, making content or teaching it or whatever it may be. A lot of full-time traders are not just making their money strictly from
100%.
full-time trading.
It'll be stressful.
But yeah, for when it comes to the education, we definitely try to we teach all the different patterns. We teach all the different strategies, what zones are, how that works, how divergence works, how all these different strategies work. But we're not going to tell you which ones you personally should use. We have a whole trading plan template and all that, but we're really, really, really about personalizing everyone's trading experience. That's why we have like over 20 guides. We have people there 24/7 because we want people to be able to ask questions individually and feel like they're getting their own, making their own trading plan. With our trading plan class, it's not just Penny Boy's trading plan. It's insert your name trading plan, because everyone's trading plan is different, because everyone's goals are different, everyone's mindset, age is different, schedules are different. So for me to say, hey, you do XYZ and you're going to make money, that's a lie. And so I don't want to lie to my to our students and tell them that it's easy and you do this and you're gonna be just like us, or you're gonna make money just like us. No, it's not true.
What's the feeling there about crypto right now in that Discord? What are they?
Well, we have a sister Discord for crypto, so that's where all the degens live. Because crypto, the traditional stock investors are not just, they're just not thrilled with it. It's not as exciting as it was when everyone was making money. And
I mean, I assume like the scout traders are probably okay though, because the scout traders can do whatever they want and essentially just trade whenever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Over at Titan Trading, we do a lot of long-term trading as well, but we do a lot of scalp trading, a lot of leverage trading, just in and out, making quick money. I don't want to say quick money, that's like the worst concept ever, but in and out type of money.
Facts, 100%. All right, we'll move on here. All right, so yeah, that was interesting. Crypto currently at a 1 point, or Jesus, I was going to read the whole thing out. $1.08 trillion. 27.4K, 1750 for Ethereum. XRP, I saw someone say, Crypto Dream says XRP is winning, right? XRP is up 0.26% today. I don't know if I wouldn't say winning. They're like one of the only ones down technically right now. But Totally fine, bro. I'm sure you have a. I don't know. Wait, Crypto Dream, do you have a big bag of XRP? Are you XRP Maxi, bro?
Or maybe he's talking about the lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're always talking about the lawsuit. I never. All I hear is like the lawsuits happening. I never hear it making any progress, but there's a lawsuit.
There's a lawsuit. Yeah, there's been a lawsuit. It seems like you're right, like forever. That's like all everyone's talking about.
Shit. Okay, let's see what else is up on the 24 hour or in the 7-day chart at least. Solana's up 7%, $16. Oh, by the way, guys, NFT land people, Bodoggo's whitelist. I think if you are a Nifty portal holder, happened last night at midnight, I believe, was the snapshot, and so I made it in. I'm excited to get the Bodoggos. I just saw Easy change his profile picture to a updated dog, so I assume that's the new art. It looks fucking fire. I'm actually really excited for it. Let me pull it up really quick. Actually,
I'm not gonna lie, that's like one of the NFT. Like I haven't looked or bought or even whatever with NFT related anything, but that's the one I actually do would
really,
want to get into if it's easy.
but he's so cool. I love that fucking guy. He's such a
Yeah.
beast. Look up to that guy, 100%. If you guys are following, Mr. Easy Eats Bodega, you should be. He's a king. He's a beast. He's going to do really, really cool stuff. Anyways, I'm picking up some feedback. Okay, it's gone. I was gonna say with Bitcoin. So yeah, in the last couple days here. Sorry, last 5 days has been on an uptrend. So I guess pretty much this is right after like all the BlackRock Fidelity information. So people did get bullish short term. I have no idea, honestly. Long term, bro, it is so chaotic right now that I don't know what to tell y'all for crypto right now. Maybe for like scalp trading, if I was more confident, I would be more confident picking out certain patterns and stuff. And then we found liquidity here and there. But what are your thoughts so far, bro? What are you thinking for like the month of June?
I mean, like long term, I personally, I don't even like with the charts on Bitcoin, Ethereum, just crypto in general. I feel like there's just so much like it's just so much sentiment based and just news based that it's hard to play strictly the charts. I guess. I mean, like right now, it looks like we're playing around with that area that it was consolidating in back in May, which so we're gonna see. We can see what's gonna happen here if it'll push above. What is that? I'm zooming in now on my chart, like around that like 30.
You may be able to share your screen. I'm not sure if you can. Is there an option for you, bro?
Let me.
It would be in the middle. There's like 6 buttons. There's a share. Do you see it?
I think so.
All right, cool. I'll pull yours up.
It work? There we go. Yeah. So right now it's trading over here in this area. So I'm of course looking. You want to always look back. The last time it was really trading in that area was back here in, I think, May. So I personally am not trading Bitcoin one way or another. So yeah, I don't have anything drawn out. I saw your on your screen. You got your trend line going on. Your horizontal.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like with my lines, I'm not good enough for me to like use every tool and know when to use which tool. I just be seeing stuff and I just need to mark it. So like I'm still in like rough outline. I don't even know mode. Like there's all these like there's like so many. There's like price range. There's date and price range pattern. But there's like all these different things. And I'm like, bro, listen, I'm just trying to identify where the liquidity is, where the institutional candles are. Like the way I'm learning, at least in IM, they focus on smart money and institutions. So that's just the way. Honestly, that's the way I chose. The way I was introduced to it, and it made a lot of sense in my head the way it was explained. So that's kind of the stuff I've been focusing on at least. But there are quite a few fucking huge drawdowns, and that's the thing, bro. With crypto, here I'll share my screen again. With crypto, it's so chaotic in the sense that like sometimes I'd be thinking Forex is not nearly as dependent on news. Like crypto, you can actually have something happen from one little news thing in 5 minutes. And sometimes in Forex, I feel like you can rely a little bit more on the chart and not as much on the news. It's almost like the news follows or explains what happens versus crypto. Like, bro, dude, oh my God. I remember, so Journey Crypto, if you guys know him on YouTube, he's a big crypto YouTuber, NFT YouTuber, the biggest holder of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Him and I connected last year, but I just saw him put out a tweet and he put down like 1 million ape to vote for Thread Guy. And now Thread Guy's way up in first place to win for the Ape Council, which we'll talk about here in a second.
Cool.
However, I remember in the bull run was always talking about, am I really going to call a blank here? What did I literally just say right before that?
Before the ape
I was making a point about
Bitcoin, just in general, like the news, how the news follows.
It was something to do with, hold on,
I do that all the time.
I had a point and I was getting around to it because there's some reason I brought up Journey Crypto was something he used to say in the bull run. Oh, right. Like so during the bull run, it's very different, obviously, than the bear market. And you're always looking like we're in a bullish sentiment, so that each announcement has the potential to send off a fucking coin. And the craziest part is like I remember, and I wish I had like a year more of experience to take advantage of that properly of that last bull run. But I remember because you'd see like an Algorand announcement coming up in I don't know 6 weeks, and you'd notice that on CoinMarketCal.com where like a lot of the news events are coming up and whatnot, and you'd be like, okay, bet. And so you just go and find a bunch of coins under Algorand, you buy up $100 of each one, and you literally moon. They like two of them will moon. And it was insane, bro. You could just literally predict when and how things were gonna happen. It was wild, bro. And I have no idea if that's what it's like in Forex in a bull market. I've yet to trade in a full-fledged out bull market, so I'm very excited for that. Bro, what do you have for do you have any advice for trading a market like this versus a full-fledged bull market?
Definitely don't like in crypto or stocks or just both. Because
Maybe
it's different.
is it how different?
Well, I mean, especially recently, with crypto, there's always the fear that it's gonna not work out. And with a stock there are penny stocks and
Yeah.
OTC stocks, but like with the majority of stocks out there that we're trading, Uber, for instance, I'm not worried that Uber is gonna, the company is gonna go bankrupt or you're gonna, I don't
Oh,
think that like
I heard they're losing money, bro.
No, Uber's doing pretty well right now. It's
Are they?
the other one. Lyft is who you have to worry
Oh,
about.
is that the one? I never
Um,
use Lyft, to be fair, bro. That's actually kind of funny. I never use Lyft.
Oh, no, yeah, I'd give me neither. Apparently we learned that taxis are actually better in the city, but
Dude, they are, bro.
they really
So much
are.
better. Oh my god.
But
Hold on,
yeah,
hold
so
on.
yeah, apparently they
You
can't
guys
hear me in
cannot
the
hear
Twitter
Matt on
Spaces.
Twitter Spaces.
Test. Am I getting
Really?
it?
Hold on. Metazet or Web3JC or Zodicus, one of y'all, I see Zodicus saying that. Will Metazet, if you can't hear Matt in Spaces, please give me a thumbs down. Like give me a thumbs down if you can't hear Matt. Matt, say some stuff, bro.
Yeah, Zed has the My Pet Hooligans NFT. I love that. I made a video about that like way before mint. I was like telling everyone, you guys got to get in this, and then like during
Really?
the mint, I like forgot about it. So mad.
Matt, Zat, did you hear that? What through JC? Any of you guys hear that just now? If not, give me a thumbs down. Because that doesn't make any sense because I can hear you right
On the
now.
soundboard,
Here,
right? Yeah, because if you can hear me through Restream, I feel like
let me turn my audio on over here. I can actually test this. Did you guys hear that just now? If not, give me a thumbs down. Because that doesn't make any sense because I can hear you right now. All right, say something again, Matt. Here, let me
test.
Let me turn my audio on over here. I can actually test this. Did you guys hear that just now? If not, give me a thumbs down.
don't.
Weird.
That doesn't make any
Wait,
sense.
yeah, that makes. All right, hold on. Here it is. Here's the next part.
Let me turn my audio on. You guys hear that just now? If not, give me a thumbs down.
Wow, that's so. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Can you guys hear us on YouTube? That makes no sense. Our restream is playing through my audio. The space is playing through us. That is so interesting. Bro, I got nothing.
Yeah, like I feel like if it's going through Restream,
I'm trying to think if there's a way.
yeah, 'cause I can't even like join. Like it's not even on my.
I'm trying to think if you brought your phone back and like if you unmuted yourself.
It would be like you
Yeah,
would
right.
hear both of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
wait,
are we good now?
I think. Oh, weird. Yeah, they
Oh.
can't hear Metamount on Twitter, but they can hear on YouTube. That is very.
There he is. I hear on YouTube, Matt. I cannot hear on Twitter Spaces, huh?
All right. Well, I have no fucking clue. I literally have no idea. That
Tell
sucks for everyone in
them to go to
Spaces.
YouTube, I guess,
Like,
or
y'all are gonna have to just go to the. All right, look. If you're in Spaces, slide over the pinned tweets. You can either go to YouTube or the Twitter if you want to stay on Twitter. There's a Twitter video stream as well. I know a few guys are in there right now. Just pop in there. Let me see if the audio is working on that. That is very.
there he is.
Yeah, what the fuck? And hold on, there's no way, dude. Spaces must be rugging then because I can hear you on the Twitter video. So Twitter's connected because Twitter connects with Restream.
Yeah,
Spaces must be just weird.
There's like a Spaces. I have no idea.
No idea. Well, fuck.
But yeah, I mean, like just the biggest difference is for those who are on YouTube. I think the biggest difference, is that just you're not too worried when it comes to stocks that about it going to zero or just not working out or it's a huge regular. Like there's no big SEC fight going on with the majority of stocks. And also it's not as early. We're not early to Amazon, we're not early to Tesla, we're still early to to cryptocurrency, and especially a lot of them. But even Ethereum and Bitcoin, if the crypto works out the way that all the crypto bulls are saying it will, then we're very early. So there's a lot of speculation and emotions when it comes to crypto versus stocks, especially in a bear market.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would feel unsafe stacking any crypto, like stacking properly, unless, because you're right. There is always a chance that another, market doesn't come back. I'm very confident that they will. Like I think stacking. I feel like it might be. I think there will come a time where stacking makes sense when we're like, okay, we established a bullish pattern. There's a legitimate reversal here. Retail's back in. Like when we're like, okay, we're going up a little bit. I think at that point you can, qualify why you'd be dollar cost averaging into projects. I just feel so risky getting in because we don't know that we're macro bullish. Until we know that, the chance of you like sitting there and holding your bag of 680,000 whatever the fuck micro cap coin, you could be sitting on that for a year or 2 or 3 or 4, and that would be stressful for me, way more stressful than just holding the liquid. So not sure about that. I see NFT Tiger says, how can I verify safe projects? Bro, if we knew the answer to that, we'd be fucking rich. Tell you what.
Yeah, my wall's full of projects that were safe. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what's safe? I mean, safe meaning like the price is safe to not go to zero, because there's no such thing as that. Like even beef price is going down right now currently. If you look at the
well, dude,
actually,
you know what? This is actually perfect. So we're gonna come back to some of the charts. But before we go back to the charts, there was something that just happened with Goblin Town. Oh. So if you guys didn't know, they were at a 0.2 floor. I noticed them at 0.2, I think, as well. I noticed their open seat. I thought about grabbing one, but I was like, nah. Because at that point I had heard about the fact that they were on this huge live stream in this big game, and then the next day this happens. A ton of people are watching. Dude, like it was QQC. Jesus, wow. Why am I literally forgetting that letter? XQC. I think it's like the #1 paid streamer. There's a huge story about him that just came out. He makes more money than LeBron James currently. He is literally, I think that might be like a top 10 highest paid athlete. But anyways, they were all streaming this, and people were like, damn, bro, all this stuff, and Goblin Town still won't pump. And then, as it happens, Goblin Town did a fucking 2x. And let's see if I can go to the 7-day. Here we go. Look at that nice little, this is literally, we were noticing it here around, I think I noticed it at around 0.19, 0.2. And I was like, well, I guess they're not going to pump. And I literally forgot about it. The next day I wake up and the average sale is 2x above that. So crazy shit. I knew that around the 0.4 mark, I knew we were like, there'd be no reason for it to keep going at that point, because it kind of stuttered at 0.45. And I was like, yeah, that's probably the top.
That's hype. It's, I mean, like unless, like, I could be wrong, but like, do they own, like, are they getting any kind of ownership of the game, or getting any kind of monetary value from the game, or is just like they just use a picture? Right? Because from what I saw, like they use a picture like on a backpack or something, like whatever.
There's a backpack and there's some art. And if you guys were watching the Web3 show on YouTube, we actually went over a little bit of it. But essentially, it's just like a little bit of the artwork has some Goblin Town things in it. There's some Goblin Town, like I think there's like a mural with some Goblin Town stuff. You can see it's kind of hard to see here, but so I can zoom in. Very hard to see, but that's a goblin on his backpack there. That's kind of all it really is. I have no clue about the details in regards to what it actually means. All people care about is the fact that the IP is out there and people are excited that the word is out there, and things like that.
I mean, Snoop Dogg and Eminem went on MTV Music Awards, and 48 Yacht Club is still down since then. So, like, it takes more than just that, I think.
No, man, that's the thing. But we'll get back to NFT Tiger's question. He says, you want to promote kind of projects that the investors community can generate massive return in the future. That is a very tough ask in this kind of market. I don't have a great answer for you. I mean, because, we just said it, like, just because the project's cool or not cool has nothing really to do with the price. Like Pudgy Penguins came out, had this huge toy activation. The only thing that happened was they pumped about half an ETH for a few days and they just went back to normal, and then nothing's happened ever since. So, like, it's tough with NFTs to kind of quantify why or what, and what is value, like what is return? Are they looking for a monetary value? Because that's damn near impossible, bro. Lost 30K. Oh, lost 30K because of one scam project. Can I trust on the project that has liquidity lock time period less than 6 months? I definitely would want some type of locked period, but that doesn't mean that they're going to do anything good with it. you know, like after the mint.
Right.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
or that they're even going to be around in 6 months, you know?
Dude, that's exactly it. They could just go away for 6 months and then everyone forgot about them because 6 months is literally like 10 years. And if like it'd be over, bro.
For real, though.
Yeah, that would be tough. And speaking of things that pump for no reason, then don't pump for no reason. So with ApeCoin here, so like I said, Journey Crypto, you know, actually, I'll just pull this tweet up here. So Journey Crypto, that YouTuber, he put out this tweet yesterday. He's been MIA as fuck, bro. Like he keeps saying, like all those guys, like Elliot Trays, Journey Crypto, they all say I'm coming back, and then like they just never do. But either way, he put this tweet out the other day. Or yesterday, here it is, 14 hours ago. Just put down 1.5 million ApeCoin votes on not Thread Guy, our boy Thread Guy, for a special counsel. 500K votes left. Who should he go to? I feel like he's probably just gonna continue voting for Thread Guy. It'd be weird for him to like split that up for no reason. It would like cut out. Wouldn't that be dumb? Like I don't understand. Like maybe unless you have a top two. But currently, I'm like 90% sure that Thread Guy is still number one right now. And let's see, I saw him post a tweet a second ago. Let's see. God, motherfucker is always on Twitter, bro. Scrolling back to find a tweet from an hour ago is impossible. Here it is. Here it is. He's first place right now by over 1 million ape from that one purchase. So like, bro, that's fucking bullish for Thread. If Thread Guy wins this special ape council position, I'll be so hyped. I'll be so hyped because he's literally carrying mutant apes right now, bro. There's like two or three.
Sorry, who's he even competing against? Like, who are all these?
I don't know who the fuck Capitan. I don't know these people. I think I've heard of this guy actually once or twice, but I don't know anything about him. I don't think they stand a chance, bro. Like, I remember when he was in third place, I had no doubt. I was like, bro, the guy's beyond. You know, he should be the one. You know, who knows if qualified is the right word because I don't qualify for anything specifically, but like, hold on, there was something I was gonna bring up here.
That's a good question though, but like who actually is qualified when it comes to the majority of these NFT projects, the staff members?
Because honestly, bro, like this ApeCoin stuff has not done anything for the price. Like no, like I'm not sure what would happen. Like if Thread Guy were to win or something with all this liquidity get taken out and they fucking moon, like who knows what would happen there. But he did do a decent breakdown here, actually, bro. Like he actually got his following from Threads. He just stopped doing Threads once people realized he's a savage host for shows and stuff. But he basically is like, yo, the ApeCoin, all of Boyd Belka was lost touch. I would totally agree there. And the thing is, these DAOs don't make any fucking like. Who cares about a DAO if nobody cares, right?
Right.
The last 5 council members combined for 4.46 global reach, which sucks. For a Bored Ape, I mean, you'd expect that to be at least 10%, and he has 7 just by himself. That's almost double, bro. And he literally runs spaces. Every space is getting thousands of people. He's averaging 1,600 per space. They're averaging less than 100, which is insane, bro. By the way, like that is actually insane. That he's getting that much people into his streams, but he's right, dude. There's nothing exciting going on about Bored Ape Yacht Club. I've been super critical of them. I think they miss out and leave out a bunch of things for the same reason I left Ugaverse when I worked with them for 6 months. I was like, bro, y'all are just doing a bunch of things wrong, and y'all don't need to be. Y'all just for some reason are, and I don't know why. And you guys aren't doing anything, so I guess I'll just leave. And so he's saying I'm gonna fucking bring it back, and of course this will do wonders for his brand. So it's not like he's trying to just save them and he's not gonna get any gain from this. He's gonna absolutely probably 3x his stature in Web3 if he was to become part of the Bored Ape team. This is definitely a move, like the way it works, because I think he's right. I think he is probably the voice of the mutant apes. He probably is the bridge. So all these things make sense to me. And it's a very similar strategy to what I want to do. I would love to work with some of the cool projects that I'm interested in, like Project Kaizen. I'm always repping their stuff because Tom Bew is a fucking beast. Obviously, they have plenty of money. They're not going to run out of money on this endeavor. He's going to, access to all these sponsors, access to all these different people. And so I think it's cool to tie yourself to another company and see, try and help out whatever they're building. You come in and you offer what you can. Do you know anything about this topic, Matt, at all? Do you keep up with Thread? I know haven't y'all interacted a little bit on Twitter back and forth? Like I forget if y'all
a little bit here and there. No, I like Thread Guy. I personally, I don't know what the ApeCoin DAO council members like jobs or roles are. Like, if he's, I don't know what he's like. He's trying to be like on the treasury, because in that case, I don't think it'd be a good move. Really, if that's not what he knows. Like, I don't know anything about his, background other than Twitter, and I don't know anything about what the actual job entails. So I don't really know what to say about that. I agree with him. When it comes to NFTs, your social standing does really matter. I don't think that that being said, I don't think that Elon Musk, he might have the biggest reach on Twitter. I don't think that he should be president because of that, or be like, on the council, whatever. But like, so like, I don't know. It really depends on what he plans on doing with it. But it sounds like, his goal is to better the community and help the community, and he generally wants to do it. And he has a big platform, so why not?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm going to bring up Apple here. All right, sec fam.
What's going on, Gambit?
Let's see. I was gonna pull up different cryptos based on news, but there isn't too much news in that sector. So normally at this point, this is something I was gonna play around with once I'm more comfortable, obviously doing trading content. But once I start planning these and have like a proper schedule, I want to have like call-ins. Like I want to have people who are specializing in certain avenues or certain aspects of trading. Like I don't really love the Forex world. Like actually, I would love to have a dialogue about this with you. What are your thoughts on trading crypto versus stocks versus Forex? Because for me, like I enjoy following crypto and how that works, and I like the whole entire everything about it. I'm just biased towards crypto. Forex just like doesn't interest me, and I feel like I'm missing out because a lot of people say good stuff about Forex. And then stocks, I just like I'm gonna do that to follow the news because it'd be good for the show, because it'd be fun to check the Apple stock and Coinbase stock and stuff like that, because that sort of kind of goes along with the finance world of crypto. What are your thoughts on that though?
So I don't know anything about Forex trading at all. We don't do
Okay.
that over at Penny Boys. We just strictly do crypto stock trading, mostly stock trading at Penny Boys, and crypto over at Titan Trading.
Okay.
But so I have no opinion on Forex. That I've from what I've been told by the veteran traders, this is something not worth even getting involved in for the long term, I guess. But stocks and crypto, it's very similar. Crypto has is newer, and there's more news involved. And I personally think that is more interesting. Crypto is more interesting because it's newer and there's so many more opportunities, especially in Web3.
Yeah.
Because a lot of a lot of these big shoes haven't been filled. Slots haven't been filled like they have in the stock trading space. But I think it's great, for a trader's perspective, to diversify, to be, because we never know what's going to happen with crypto. And it's good to have some safer portfolios as well, to go along with your more speculative plays.
True. Yeah, I think in my head I've just been I feel like I have such a hard, like, I guess what are your opinions on this? Because I really am brand into this stuff. Like I've been in the finance world for a while, but I've never actively traded. So I've never had to draw the distinction between investing and trading. But like for people in Penny Boys, maybe like when I think of crypto, like investing in crypto, and I hear an argument like, well, we don't know if it'll come back. In my head, I'm okay with that because I'm never really trading for more than 3 months at this point. Like I don't plan on holding anything for that long. I feel like the time to like buy and hodl crypto was years ago when you could have gotten in some of those prices. It's just so risky now to hold some of them through these markets because they're so crazy. Like how much are like experienced traders keeping money tied up in stocks and assets versus keeping it liquid in markets like this where it's super chaotic?
We typically say, like at least 10% of your portfolio keep in cash.
Yeah.
That was during the bull run. Now we're doing like 20 to 30% probably. For crypto traders, I would do even more, just for multiple reasons. You don't, during a volatile market, you don't want to be having a lot of money, too much money invested in the market, especially if you're brand new, or not able to handle a bunch of different portfolios. But also, there's a lot in crypto, especially. There's a lot of big things happening. There's going to be a lot of big catalysts happening, and you don't want all your money tied up into trades when there are other opportunities out there that you might not be planning for. Like XRP could have a big news coming out with the lawsuit, and if you have all your money invested in different coins, and you don't have anything on the side, any cash on the side to throw into XRP and take advantage of that, quick pump or day trade or whatever, then you're out of luck, or you're using your savings account, which is way worse. So yeah, like around 20-30%, maybe more for crypto.
Okay, fire. Yeah, I was just looking for a little bit of clarity there, so I appreciate that. I see in here, Bitcoin's really trying to pump. Crypto's really, what do you mean trying to pump? It pumped 5 days ago. It's pumping kind of nicely. Elon and Gates all sold for different reasons right when the bear started. I've been hearing to be liquid right now. Yeah, that's why I was asking that, because I've heard a lot of people say like you should be keeping everything liquid, and if you're trading, you should be getting in and out quick, kind of thing.
Oh, I'm not talking about for investors. I'm talking about for traders, like in particular. Like
that was about
like swing, like even like a quick swing trade, like 3 days. But like if you're investing, like long term, Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I don't like the idea. Like, I don't know about you. Would love to know your thoughts about this one actually, because you have a personal brand and you've got a work brand, I guess you would say, which I'm also trying to do. I think
Mhm.
a spokesperson role would be good for me. I also like the idea of documenting that process. That's why I'm trying to work with the Project Kaizen, potentially Penny Boys, potentially I am, like however that ends up happening.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool to have like a little bit of distinction. However, I was gonna say, oh, also, it says Matt knows his stuff. He does, bro. Matt definitely knows his stuff. That's why he's fucking on here, bro. That's why he's fucking on here. But the question what I was gonna ask was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be investing, bro. I feel like the only person I invest in is myself. I feel like investing in Coinbase or something and holding Coinbase, like I guess that makes sense, but I'm like, I feel like I'd rather just keep the liquid and only invest in me and then just trade and swing trade and stuff like that, rather than like investing. Like my whole stance towards everything changed this past 2 years once like my personal like career kind of took off and I realized how much money it costs to like run these things yourself. You're paying for editors, doing all these things. And I was like, man, like I don't know if I want to invest anywhere long term other than me, you know?
I mean, that's definitely. I mean, I personally am not. I don't have a huge long-term investment account personally, because I just, especially ever since COVID, even the stock market has been so volatile and just
Mm,
uncertain. But pre-COVID, everyone would be telling you, any financial, anything, anyone would be telling you like, oh, you put your money into the market, into safe investments and blue chips, and your money's going to go up. But recently, we don't even know what the future of the country is going to be like, let
literally,
alone the future of the
no,
economy. So, or even
I
the
know.
global economy. So, yeah. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you. Pre-COVID, different, whole different stance. But now, might be safer to invest in yourself, especially if you have something going on. Invest if
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur, if you have a business or something like that. Definitely be smart. I think I'm gonna say smarter, but it'd definitely be smart to invest in yourself, other than some of these long-term plays that you don't know. You never know.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Fire. Awesome. I see in here, Empty Tiger says, what's your opinion on the metaverse? Great question, actually,
Mm.
and very applicable to what I have up here, which is just the Apple chart. Just because if you guys didn't know, Apple came out with a $3,500 augmented reality glasses set, which is smaller and lighter than like the Quest VR goggles, but they last 2 hours. They're very heavy. They're kind of clunky. They look pretty silly. However, hasn't like made Apple crash or anything like that. Like people are like mad about it. It's just a little bit too far out of everybody's price range, in my opinion. Like I don't know about you, but I don't think this has to get closer to $500 before it has a shot at all of being adopted by mainstream. Like the reason
Of
ChatGPT
course.
took off instantly, even though like it's a great product and everything, but if it costed $500 a month, it would not have taken like the way it
Right.
did. So
Oh yeah.
in that aspect, I think the one thing holding it back is obviously it's a literal product and the product requires software, the product requires hardware and manpower to make it happen, time to make it happen, and so it's a little bit different. However, this is why I'm excited for this stream, because as I get better as a trader, we'll be documenting this process of like not even just my progress, but like the progress of some of the companies that we're going to be growing up watching. It'd be cool to look back in 10 years and be like, man, you remember when fucking Coinbase was a thing and then, this happened and then they moved overseas. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but like, I just think it'd be really fun. So I'm here to track it all. Apple looks hella bullish right now, bro. They've literally been pumping since like the beginning of the year. Literally, they've just been straight up. So, Apple's, I guess, making some moves right now, But opinion on the metaverse, that's what we were going to talk about. Dude, oh my God. Especially once those glasses came out, I'm just hyper bullish on that. Like it's impossible not to be, bro. Like I always say, we're one invention away from an entirely different thesis on everything to do with VR, augmented reality, AI, all the things. Once one invention that works, that doesn't suck, happens, the conversation changes and now becomes, like, is this happening versus like, okay, how could this happen? How could that happen? What are your thoughts, Matt?
I think that we definitely, like you said, we need that one big invention. Like we need something that's like really legit, because we were promised a whole bunch by
Mm,
Mark Zuckerberg, unfortunately. Like when the
wow.
metaverse idea, for like first came out to the public, it was, I think Mark Zuckerberg was the one leading the charge, changing Facebook to Meta.
Yep. What
And
up, dude?
then his metaverse came out and it's not that great. And so yeah, like, we definitely need something to stop. We basically, like just like a lot of things Web3, we need some more under promising and over delivering. And once that can happen in the metaverse space, I think that people will start taking it seriously, because right now, people are looking at it as like, a substitute to video games like the Wii and Xbox,
Yeah.
Once people start seeing it as, what Mark Zuckerberg was saying, it could be, for meetings or for, I know you were talking about people who have disabilities are going to be able to use this, to help them. Like, once that starts happening, people actually can take it seriously. And I think that it can definitely adopt to the mainstream. I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Unless some big unless technology, unless they're hiding something from us, and this something big happens. Because I think that if it were already able to happen, Mark Zuckerberg would have done it based off of all that hype and money he put into it. I don't think,
you think he's getting like antsy about the fact that now he needs to focus on the hardware of the Quest. Now that Apple's got this product, and they're like, shit, we were so focused on like the world, we forgot about the product that's gonna like show us the world, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I think I think his product, the Quest, I think is pretty, like, from the people I know who use it, they seem to like it. Like, I have friends who use it like as their office, like while they're trading.
Really?
Yeah, like instead of having 6 monitors in front of you, you can, which is expensive, you can go into into their metaverse using the Quest.
Can they screen record it? Because like I imagine that's what my next step will be. Will be like, yo, like the thing will be in front of us, but I'll be able to screen record everything that I see, kind of thing.
That's what I haven't dove into it yet, and I really want to. Right now, like I was saying before, I'm working on that 6-week trading course. But once I get done with that, I want to dive into all those different options. Like, but when it first came out, I was like, I cannot wait to be like trading live with everyone in the metaverse. Like, we'll have a whole bunch of people here, like go into their computer, like, oh yeah, just you can do this or that, or I mean, I think that it's gonna be so cool. But we'll maybe 2-3 years, I think personally, before it's accessible, and for everybody.
I also see a lot of people having different opinions on augmented reality versus virtual reality. A lot of people are very convinced that virtual reality will never really be a thing. I think that's pretty crazy. I do think that there are steps that will happen. I think for sure augmented reality, I think that can't be argued, will happen first and will be way more enticing in the beginning, until it's not dizzy and until we don't feel like shit for spending 8 hours inside of like in your chair kind of thing. I imagine like the first thing they got to solve is the time thing. Like, I can't spend 8 hours online. Like, I feel like we need to figure out a way to drag the time, like almost like an Inception, where 1 hour in the real world is like 12 hours in the dream world. Like, I feel like that's going to have to happen, which means it probably will happen, which is scary as fuck, because that means we are actually going down the rabbit hole. And Black Mirror just came out season 6. I don't know if anyone heard about it, but it just did. And it's actually mind-boggling what happened in episode 2. So I hope you guys watch season 6. I'm not repping it or shilling it. I'm not being paid by Netflix right now. But like, bro, oh my God. If anyone saw Black Mirror, the episode where, bro, so wait, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, so Black Mirror, for people who don't know, it's a futuristic show. Each episode is a totally different situation, different actors, and everything, right? And it basically depicts a futuristic scenario, typically really creepy, weird, a bunch of random stuff going on, predictions of the future type stuff, what we might see. And a lot of their stuff has been weirdly spot on. It's kind of like Family Guy. They just be making predictions and they be coming true. But one of the things, bro, is kind of like how right now we've signed over all our rights to all our privacy because we use Facebook and we use Instagram and all these apps, right? And in the future, apparently there's another line in that terms and conditions that allows them to film you. So basically they have access to every camera in the world, and it makes a TV show out of your life in real time using augmented reality or using artificial intelligence, puts together a show, puts it on Netflix or whatever they call it in the show. And it does it for every person on earth. But obviously you don't have time to watch every episode. So only certain people pop off, just like in social media. So certain people's lives start to go viral. And in the video, in the episode, it focuses on this one girl whose life is fucking falling apart. And it just goes through the process of someone who's a normal person, not doing so well, making some mistakes here and there, maybe being unfaithful, stuff like that. And then them realizing, oh shit, my life isn't real, or it is, but it's not. And it's almost like a game. So she starts doing crazy shit, seeing how that affects people. Oh my God, dude. It was the weirdest fucking trip, dude. Have you seen any Black Mirror?
No, I think like once or twice a bit ago, but like nothing I can remember. I gotta check it out. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
Yeah, Gamma says dystopia. Yeah, for sure it's dystopian. It's a very good like prompt for conversation, because they really do be talking about some stuff that needs to be talked about. Like there's a virtual reality episode from season 5, I think, where these two guys who are best friends play this game, this fighting game, but you can choose your avatar in the game, and so obviously you become this character and you're in this virtual reality world. and bro, they bone. Like the two guy best friends in the game, one's a girl, and they bone in the game, and it's weird because they're friends in the real, and it's just, bro, it's like this weird fucking thing that's gonna happen. It's literally gonna happen, bro. Like these types of games, you can do whatever you want, dude. When you're able to do some really naughty shit, humans are naughty creatures, bro.
Oh yeah, you give them, give them the opportunity, they're definitely gonna go for it. I think that the biggest thing, because you're talking about being like 8 hours in the metaverse, or even in augmented, especially with augmented reality. I think that once they're able to make it where, kind of like our cell phones, where like even like we're on, some of us are on our cell phones for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, depending on
Yeah.
the person, but we're still in the real world. So like once they can make the augmented reality and the VR just not feel like we're in a different world and make it kind of feel like we're still in the real world. It's like a part of the real world or an extension of the real world.
Yeah.
I think that's when it can, really, really become more mainstream, because like you said, no one's going to be in the
Yeah.
virtual world for like 8 hours, like just gone. Like there might be like some people who are currently gamers or whatever who can do that, but not everyone can.
And if they do, bro, Facebook stock might get back up to where they're trying to be. They're
That is really well.
they're a little over halfway from their all time high. I think it could happen.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's gonna be like, I don't know how much the stock and trading world's gonna change, especially as like I mean, I know everyone's been saying it for years, but like the AI bots, at some point the AI bots are gonna work, and they're not gonna like I feel like a lot of people say they work a little bit and then they stop working for a while, and I don't really understand how that's possible, because artificial intelligence is supposed to get better each time around. But I'm just interested in how the way people invest will change, because we just saw it, bro. Like with the Robinhood situation in the last few years, the fact that anyone can invest just by downloading an app now, anyone can be an investor, anyone can be a trader. And public sentiment, Elon Musk changed the game by being so public, and Tesla and SpaceX, reputation is like directly hinged on it. And I think the tipping point was when he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and smokes pot. I can't believe I just said pot. I said pot because that's what the title said. He smokes weed, right? And like it was like a crazy. I remember when it happened. It was like a crazy big deal. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, bro!" And then like 2 weeks later, he got 3 times more famous from that. And I think he realized, he said, "Oh shit, I can do whatever I want because I'm fucking Elon Musk." And that I feel like that's when it started. And now he's fucking, leader of Earth,
pretty much. Like he's the new leader of Mars soon, I guess, or something.
Bro, I tell you, bro, like I don't want to say it, but I feel like Zuckerberg's like a little bit jealous of Elon. I don't know why. I feel like they're very similar. They're weird, but I feel like Elon's just more. I don't know, bro. I feel like he's more something.
Oh, Elon is more polarizing. I think that Mark is just he's kind of weird, but Elon is weird, but also very okay with saying whatever he wants. And
He goes,
yeah, I know they're both on
100%.
practicing jujitsu now, so I'd love to see that. That's a celebrity thing I would
That's
see.
pretty cool.
To see them two go.
That is actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. 100%.
Yeah, I know Meta recently, I think, the recent uptrend, they have a bunch of, they fired a bunch of people basically, which, investors love that because it's less money they're spending. But, also they had a huge overhaul from metaverse into AI, which also I think was a big part of that as well.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh. Guys, we're gonna pop into some NFT stuff real quick here. Actually, right before that, guys, this podcast is sponsored by the Joyous Kingdom. If you guys are trying to pick up the stuff, listen, this is the stuff of legend. All right, the things you're about to see could alter the future of your life, potentially. So this is stuff you would wear inside your home, because it's about to be summer, let's be honest. But I know all of y'all my age are keeping your indoors cold. I think my internal temperature is probably closer to like 70 in my apartment.
Nice.
So I'm in sweats right now. Hold on. I'm wearing the green sweats right now, bro. These ones right here, you can get gray or green. I believe you can get gray or green. Same with the hoodie. That hoodie is right next to me over there. I think these are fire. I spent a lot of time making sure these are perfect. Like it's a lot harder than I thought it would be to make clothes work, but it's expensive to get samples. It takes forever.
Expensive. So many people don't make money off of merch, honestly.
I don't make any money. I've lost tremendously more than I've made on clothes, but it's just about getting the brand out there. So if you guys want to support, that is one way you definitely can.
Those are cool.
All right. Oh shoot! I just closed the wrong tab. There we go. All right. Cool. Yeah, podcast brought to you guys by the Joyous Kingdom. I appreciate anyone who wants to support. You can support obviously by getting the NFTs as well, but I know some people would rather prefer to buy like real life stuff. So that's definitely one way you can support. A lot of people just don't know I have the clothes, so I just wanted to bring it up. Just in the last 24 hours, guys. By the way, looking at some of the stuff going on, Bored Ape Yacht Club at 42 ETH, Mutant Apes at 8.19 ETH, Azuki at where every time I see it, it just makes me want to puke. Azuki has 17 ETH. That's just that's ridiculous, bro. Why are they at 17 ETH? All right. Here's the other thing. Rat CryptoPunks. So I'm not sure about this one, but if you guys heard, people are burning CryptoPunks right now to have Bitcoin CryptoPunks, and I don't know what this is, to be honest. These are ERC 721, each backed one of one by an original CryptoPunk. So this is if you want to turn into an ERC 720. See, this is when NFTs get a little bit stupid
I don't get
for
it.
me. I'm like, bro,
I don't even want to get it. Like that's like it's like the technology, like it's getting to the point where it's like I don't even want to understand it.
No one gives a fuck. Like, what is the difference here? Like, okay, here the one thing I will say that I think is interesting to me would be holding a Bitcoin punk versus an ETH punk. That would be the only distinction that I think would maybe even be worthy to like bother paying attention to, because like I do think having an Ethereum NFT, especially for like only certain collections, like a CryptoPunk on the Bitcoin network might be cooler than an Ethereum one. And I think that there actually is a difference. The only reason I think that, because I didn't think there was until recently, is when I saw the DeGods floor for the Bitcoin DeGods are like over 1 Bitcoin. And I was like, oh, there's an actual hierarchy here. People actually value the Bitcoin NFTs more. And then when I found out that people are burning CryptoPunks, real ones, to get a Bitcoin punk, I said, oh shit, Bitcoin people really are about it. And so if they are, maybe this little, because I don't think the CryptoPunk world is going to ever expand out of that little niche of people. So in that sense, I'm like, maybe it is worth it, because that group of people will always be the ones trading it.
I mean, I guess with the DeGods thing, it's just they had X amount of DeGods, and now there's a smaller amount on the Bitcoin, versus the Ethereum, or what they had before. I think I think it might just be scarcity, or just hype. Everyone, after On-Chain Monkey, everyone's talking about. I think a lot of these things is spice. I'm sorry, or I was hype.
What happened?
They did something with. I don't even know, honestly, because I don't own one. But they did something. I know Craig's always talking about on-chain monkeys on the podcast, and so they did something.
Yo, y'all are having Raspy.
Yeah. From Kid Called Beast. Yeah. What are some things? What are the things you think I should ask him? I've been asking everybody, and no one's answered me on Twitter or Discord.
It's because I don't have much to ask him, to be honest. Like I met him in we were in the same room when I met him. You may have been in another part of the room, but at the Kid Called Beast party.
Okay, yeah.
I ran into a mirror in the bathroom. Okay. We were literally peeing, and I just hear like, Kate? And I'm like literally peeing, and I'm like, and Amir's fucking 7-foot tall ass was looking at me. He's like, yo! And we finished peeing, and then he was like, yo, bro. And he's like, yo, I gotta introduce you to Raspy. So I met him for like 10 seconds. Don't know too much about him, to be honest. I did watch the podcast with him, and I don't remember whose podcast he went on, but he went on and he kind of broke down a story. I've heard a lot of stuff about this dude, bro. Like I'm not sure what to think about him. I know some reputable sources have told me he sucks and he's like kind of a fraud and he didn't make his money the way he says. And I've also heard the opposite, where this guy's a true fucking hustler. He's a real entrepreneur. He's really in there. And I don't know what to think, bro. I do know that a Kid Called Beast brand is pretty cool. I like how they're running it. I actually do fuck with them. The only reason I didn't in the beginning was because I thought they rugged. I literally thought they rugged because they closed the Discord. The Twitter wasn't doing anything when they minted. So I thought they rugged, and that left a sour taste in my mouth. And then they pumped, and then I've seen the work they put in since then. So I guess my only question for Raspy would be like, what are your actual steps moving forward? Because I've heard things that they want to become like a record label and tap into the music industry, which I think is really cool. But I just want to know like what their thought process is, because Pudgy Penguins has a clear roadmap. They're trying to infect the toy and the storytelling world. So they're killing on Instagram with their content, and they're putting out fucking toys, and they're making good videos about it. What is the Kid Called Beast doing? That would probably be my only question, because that's the only question that matters, bro, for NFT. You're like, yo, what are you doing? That's why I always ask, what's your day to day? And they're always like, oh, like meetings here and there, meetings. I'm like, yeah, but like, what are you doing? Like, are you getting anything done? Are any decisions being made, or moves being made?
Actually doing.
So that's
I always ask them, how are you going to do it, and then why are you doing it? Because I mean,
Mm,
even you probably you've done way more than I have with the NFT space as far as like interviews and stuff goes. And I know
yeah.
you also do consulting. I used to do consulting during the bull market, when it just came to marketing. But there I couldn't name you how many different projects I said no to, and even a few that I think I said yes to that they were going to be the next NFT record label or the first NFT record
Mhm.
label or whatever. Like there's 45 different projects out there that has the same exact like plan, and only one was going to
100%.
work. So we'll see how a kid called Beast will get there hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, for people who are wondering, this is what they look like if you're in the video stream right now on YouTube or Twitter or wherever you're at. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the show, hit that like button for me. I know it looks like at the top we have a ton of tabs. We actually don't have I'm not gonna make this like a 2-hour stream or anything like that. So these are actually gonna be quick. They're just some funny cultural memes that I thought I wanted to talk about because they were trending on Twitter. But this is a kid called Beast. I got in and minted at 0.08 and I sold at 0.22
Oh,
ETH. 30 minutes later, Frank D. Gods went on Twitter and basically showed them a little bit and hung out with Raspy. And then Raspy went on Spaces for 8 hours and they went to 2 ETH.
yeah.
And I literally missed out on it because I thought they rugged. So they are cool. I fuck with them. I remember me and my friend Cole. He's a rap. Oh, yo, whoa. I didn't even know they had
That
this
is
trait.
cool.
Yo, they got the CryptoPunk glasses. Wait, these are so fire.
What's the floor on the
Hold on.
CryptoPunk glass?
It's
Probably this one,
this
yeah.
is probably the cheapest one, 0.56 ETH. That's pretty fire. But if I had to get one, it'd probably this one. Let's see. Woo. Some solid traits. Yeah, guys, if you're trying to pick up a cool one, this one's like pretty close to the floor. It's pretty solid. But I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, that's the kid called Beast one. For the rest of the stuff, we got Board Ape Count Club at 3.4 ETH. D-Gods at 10.5 ETH, bro. Like I am so excited for what D-Gods can do because I know him and Luca are good friends. They talk a lot. I know that that Frank has done, and he's honestly been public about it too. He's like, listen, save your airdrops for the bull run. So I know they got to be working on something that they can put on paper as something they did. Like I always come back to the Luca Nets, Pudgy Penguins toys because I'm like, there's like a handful of projects that you can point at something they did. Be like, there's proof right there. Like almost no project has done that. You look at even the OG projects, the ones with millions of dollars, they're kind of like, what have you actually done? Well, we like, did this activation. Like, what have you done? Well, like, we airdropped it. What have you done? And they just don't have an
like that.
answer. And I know that D-Gods has one because they've got fucking money and they don't have dumb people. They know that there's only so long that they have until the real questions start to get asked. Like, yo, y'all have a fucking lot of money. What do y'all actually
Yeah, because honestly, I have no idea. Like, I actually have no idea, to be honest with you. I
don't
know.
know what they're doing. I just know that
Well, the Utes application thing was like a huge deal. Like the only the best of the best can get in it, but it didn't really seem like anything really came of that. Like they didn't.
I didn't get it. I
Yeah,
was
but
so
like,
pissed. I was like, yo, I see idiots out here getting the list.
but it
What's
didn't
going
seem
on?
like it turned into like whatever they said it was. Based off of that, like the elite. I guess like the next Moonbirds or whatever they want to,
Right.
for all that kind of stuff goes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on them as people. It just really depends on how the macro space goes as well.
True. We also have Beans at 1.48 ETH, Pudgy Penguins at 4.49 ETH. Also, guys, if you're trying to get in the Pudgy ecosystem, I only bring them up because there's just not that many good examples of NFT projects that I actually would be comfortable putting my statement on saying I like this. They are one of them, and Little Pudgies is probably at like 0.3 or 0.4 ETH. For people who are trying to get in, just don't want to spend. Like, I don't think it's really smart to get into these projects even like something like Utes, a really cool project and community. Like, what's the reason to spend
That much?
$4,000, $5,000?
Get a car instead or something. Like, that's a lot of money for some people.
You really do need to be building something to bother, because like, why else would you bother? Like, I would love to have one. Like, there's a bunch of content creators in the Utes, but it's like realistically, like, I don't want to risk my brand on an NFT. Like, I think it'd be cool to have part of it. Like, I have some of my NFTs that I love are part of my brand and I incorporate them in some of my art, some of my tweets and stuff. But it'd be really risky for me to like make this a PFP when I have no idea. I mean, what they're gonna do. They could make a racist tweet tomorrow, and now I'm
right for you for $4,000. You can attend a few master classes that will get you the same exposure as a youth.
I can also give myself 6 months of runway. Like, that's something that people don't talk about in entrepreneurship. They're like the runway game of like, okay, I made $2,000 that buys me this many days to make another $2,000 kind of thing. That's how I've been operating for the last 2 years. Like, I think that's how it is for a certain part of the entrepreneur journey.
Oh, definitely. It's making sure that you can eat the next month.
Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. For crypto, for NFT marketplaces, guys. So real quick, I know Philip likes to cut down these numbers differently than they're labeled right here, but Blur at 16.5 million volume in the last day. OpenSea a fraction of that, quite literally a fraction of that. And we don't even need to bother mentioning the rest of them. Like, that's crazy to me. If we look at the 30-day chart, though, Blur is also on top by a lot. This is actually kind of crazy. I didn't even realize. I haven't checked these in a little bit, actually. I haven't, or at least I haven't paid attention when Philip was saying it. But wow, OpenSea is getting fucking rocked right now. Like, have you ever used Blur, by the way? I've only used it like
I
twice.
haven't even like opened the app or whatever website, whatever. I have no idea anything about it.
Yeah, I would love to know if you guys are in the Blur. I feel like the traders, once I start trading a little bit more, I'm gonna open up my account. Like, guys, I would love to do a series called once I'm ready to comfortably trade, not in a demo account, and be like, okay, I can start to actually make some trades here. I would love to do a $500 to $10,000, or probably $500 to $5,000 first, because I don't want to rush it. I really don't. I have no reason to. I don't look at trading like a income source yet, not even close. And so I want to like keep in mind the percentages. I don't want to get hung up on numbers. You actually left a great comment on my TikTok about like kind of the mindset there. You're like, rather than just focusing on a certain number, I know it was something you said that made me think of my TikTok differently. And I was like, maybe I didn't have the right message. Was like just focusing on the skill set itself, and then, you know, letting the account grow as your skill grows and you get more comfortable, rather than putting a number like I need to get 5% this month. Because if you're at 4 and you just really want to get 5%, you can fuck yourself the last second. Like, maybe I won't put a stop loss here because I don't think I need to. And I think this trade's going to be pretty good. I'm pretty confident. And then you
That
fuck
happened
yourself.
to me, honestly. Is like I used to, like, you know, like, especially, you know, with you know, trading on a Discord. It's like, oh, this is my goal is to get X amount, and like, you know, on a, like you
Yeah.
said, like you're almost there, and you'll make a stupid trade because of that. It could ruin your whole, you know, account or portfolio or just day.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. Guys, we have a couple last stories here, but real quick, before we jump into the stories, do you have anything for Penny Boys coming up? I just wanted to like give you an opportunity, since you're coming on and giving me some showtime and someone to talk to. These shows are way more fun with people. They're very different too. Like, when I do want to show up by myself, I still love doing them by myself. It's just so different, like that dynamic when you have a person. So if you guys have anything up, if you have something personal coming up, let me know.
You know, the only thing I'm currently working on is with Penn Boys University is our trading program, and right now it's we have around like basically right now we have around 50 free classes, but we're currently adding a 6-week program to our premium section. We used to have a 6-week program during.
What are y'all on? What's like a do you want to pull it up actually, or I can pull
You
it
can
up?
just do pbalerts.com.
pbalerts.com. Yeah, guys, this is for anyone who's looking to be a trader, learn about investing, finance, just all that stuff. We're not here to gatekeep, fam. I'm also not here to choose sides. There are plenty of places you can get information on and stuff. They probably all work. It's just about finding a community, in my opinion. Like, IM is really cool. I don't think it's special compared to other places. I think they're all about the same. It's just different people, different styles and stuff like that. You just want to find one that you're comfortable with, ones that have your best interests at heart, ones that talk about things that aren't just numbers. You know, I know you guys are big on like fucking humanity and having real conversations and connecting.
No, we're our biggest focus, you know, even before the alerts and even before the education, is the community. You know, we want to create a good community, because people, you know, people are going to be losing money in any group. Like, any group that says like you're not going to lose money here, like, at all, is lying to you. And so, you know, we understand there's going to be some down days, but you know, if you're going to have a down day, you'd rather be in a community where you can talk about it and, you know, and feel like you're not an idiot, because there's a lot of places where they'll call you an idiot for losing money, or an idiot for asking a question, which is, I think they're the idiots, people who are, you know, name calling people who genuinely want to learn. So we try to create an environment where anybody can learn, anyone can ask a question, and, you know, and it is very personalized, like I was saying before. But we have our 6-week program coming out. It's going to be around 22 courses going over 6 weeks. It has live streams. There's guides available at all times for people who have any questions. We'll be doing giveaways, homework, the whole 9 yards. And the whole idea is, like, after these 6 weeks, the students who take these classes will have a very confident understanding of how the market works, and how all the different charting indicators and aspects works, and they can decide which ones to implement into their trading plan, whether it be by trial and error, using, like you said, a paper account or a trial account, or, you know, however they want to do it. That's our main goal, is just to build people up, you know, as opposed to portfolios.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, for me, like, once I got into this world, like, I never really took it seriously until I honestly spent money and got into one of the academies. I was like, oh man, like now I'm in. I actually spent money, like a lot of money, to kind of get in and start to invest some time and money and energy and resources. And, you know, especially mental energy, bro. It's so almost impossibly difficult for me to not think about content and what the next video is and what I want to make and you know, sticking in tune with culture and all that stuff. It's so hard to pull me back from that and to you know, specifically focus on trading as another skill, because I just love content. I've always thought that doubling down on that skill would take me the most places. I just know that, like, if I can just allot some fucking time and energy into trading, I just need to get the skill down, start trading, I'll get better, and then I can focus on the streams again. But I think you can learn in any place. I think it's good to learn the community. I've learned way more by being able to ask people questions and just being on the stream with you. Me personally, I've learned some stuff, and I know people who are listening have also learned some stuff because you just got perspective that I don't have.
Well, that's why I love doing stream. You know, and like when I bring you onto our streams, you know, everyone has a different perspective. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. Some people can articulate better than people who've been doing this for 15 years. Like for us personally, we have like I'm not the one making the alerts. Like I'm not the expert trader. I just know how to articulate, how to educate myself and articulate in a way that makes sense. We have people who are professional traders who've been doing this for 10, 15, 20 years each. Like those are our traders. You know, it's not me. I'm a TikTok guy. You know, I know TikTok trends and all that. That's what I'm putting my focus
You
on.
are savage.
Well, I know how to trade, but like I'm not.
No, with
content.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I put my effort to, and I think it would be. I don't think it would be fair for me to be putting my effort into content and then also trying to be like some style, trying to tell people what to do with their money. No, we have people, not financial advice, who are doing the alerts. They're strictly doing alerts. They're strictly sleeping and breathing the charts, the the screeners, the scanners, and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to a lot of these gurus who their real money is through those subscription services and through whatever they're monetizing and all that kind of stuff. No, that's why I like that you're doing this, because you are legit. Like, I know that you're not going to try to scam any traders, or because that's the thing. 90% of people quit trading in the first 3 months, and it's because of bad actors. And that's why we need more people like you in the trading space to help make that number less than 90%.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I'm not trying to lie. The goal here is for people to start watching the show, for them to be able to follow my journey. Hopefully, like that $500 to X percentage will be a good thing to stick on, but also people to be like, damn, like he started 4 months ago and he's been learning with these companies. I should probably learn with some of these companies too. Like, I mean, I'll be in those, just like, I'll be in there so people can access to me. If you guys want to join my Discord, you can just buy a Joyce Kingdom Torch NFT, and that's the way you can get into my Discord. But I think I will be working with some of these companies, and it would be cool because I'm not going to have the time or desire to teach like that.
It's a lot.
It's just so much work. Like, I remember when we were with Austin in New York, the CEO, who's a fucking savage. Like, I cannot, like, he's such a savage. And I remember thinking, or you guys were talking about building out the back end of like the Discord, getting the traders in there, getting the alerts, getting the bots, getting all this infrastructure for the teaching. And I was like, bro, I don't know if I want to do all that stuff. And you're like, that's why like people have holes in the
team. But I mean, even just getting all the information out there on social media, having a funnel and all this kind of, it's a lot more than just one person job.
It does, bro. It does. And speaking of nothing, because this is a total switcheroo on everything right now. Speaking of literally nothing we just talked about, let's talk about some controversial ass shit that just came out. More than one thing involving Joe Rogan, involving CEO. Oh, by the way, I got kicked off TikTok live stream because I think I brought up Trump. I literally got kicked off for illegal and dangerous word choice, I think is what it says, something like that. So that's crazy to me, because I don't even think I said anything good about Trump. I think I just brought him up. But either way, we got kicked off TikTok for a couple days.
Oh, no.
I think actually.
Wow.
So TikTok live stream, that sucks, because that was the whole plan. But yeah, they fucked me. So anyways, that's totally fine. Well, what's going on? It's fine. So Dr. Eli David, no idea who this guy is. I have literally no idea. A co-founder of this. He's a researcher. Then he's, I don't know, top 100 most influential Twitter accounts. I don't fucking know what that means. Joe Rogan's 55. Robert Kennedy Jr. is 69, and they look healthier than most people in their 30s. They're also labeled science deniers by obese experts. Now, this is interesting for two reasons. A, because both these guys are clearly on TRT, so that's why they look this good. Let's be fucking clear and obvious. They would not look. They would look fine, but they would not look good like this without TRT. TRT is a great thing for this age of people. The average human does not look like this, and it's not because they just eat meats. There are a multitude of reasons. However, it is interesting that there are a lot of PE teachers that are fat. Oh, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
I mean, PE teachers, a lot of them are just glorified babysitters, to be honest with you. But
Like here's the thing. I saw this thing. It was like pick your health leader, and like these are literally the health people, and you're like, wow. Like there was a video that Rogan was like really pressing this guy, and he was like, "So you're a health expert?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But you eat fast food every day." He goes, "Yeah, man. Like my schedule." He's like, "But you know the implications." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "And you tell people to like eat healthy." He's like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "But you don't do it." No. And he's just sitting there like in total disbelief. He's like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, why? What the fuck? You know, it is really interesting, bro, because it's a controversial take. And here's something I thought was really interesting from Bill Burr. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to hear this. Let me switch this over to Google Chrome tab, and you should be able to. All right. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear. You should be able to.
Walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this,
Oh,
John.
shit.
Let's not
Maybe not. Hold on. I forgot when I do this is going to play out of this part, so I'll turn my mic.
Walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, John. Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up, better than the CDC.
Walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this,
Do
John.
you though?
Let's not start.
Yo, I'm fucking dying at that, bro. It is true though. Like that shit was pretty fucking funny to me. Here, let me go back to the. All right.
no, it definitely is true.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say there's a few different things here going on. I'm basically painting a picture here. We're going through a few of these. So, Elon puts. This is Elon's parody account. So it's just really Belgium's health minister. And then Elon. Oh wait, hold on. Yo, oh my god, I thought one of these was actually Elon's. I had no idea that both of these were both the parody account. All right, well that cuts out like half my story then. I literally thought this was actually Elon. I didn't realize it said parody there. So that's actually really funny. Now I need to see if Elon Musk actually said anything, because the only reason I brought this up is because someone told me that Elon was saying stuff.
I mean, Elon's always saying something about something, but I don't know. I don't know about this one in particular.
I just need to see if he participated in the degeneracy that we saw on Twitter, because people were talking about it the other day about him getting in some of this beef. Maybe it was just Rogan saying that whole thing. Like, I swear that Elon was saying stuff. But now that I think about it, bro, when I was researching this, I was also thinking, God damn, this is pretty extreme, even for Elon. I must have just been looking at the parody account.
Oops.
But okay, well, you know, honestly, bro, that literally cuts out that entire story. I was just gonna debate that whole thing. About just all this in general, the conversations about this, the fact that we're seeing. I mean, I guess we can still run with this because it is legit, but like the idea that. Or like the pendulum swinging back and forth a little bit right now. We're seeing leaders on both sides getting the limelight for a little bit. We're seeing the return of Andrew Tate after a 3-month ban, and his brand starting to change a little bit. And people are talking about, you know, like, I don't even know, like the difference between femininity and, you know, the LGBTQ movement, the liberals versus the conservatives, the people getting, you know, the people getting more woke as they get younger and stuff like that. I honestly don't know if we have enough time to get all the way into this topic. Like, I'll throw it to you, Matt, if you want to say anything on it. But this thing threw me for a loop, bro. I really thought this was all Elon.
Yeah, no, that Elon and the AOC, I think the AOC parody account got taken down, but those two were so funny going back and forth with each other. It's hard to tell which one's real and which one's fake. But no, I mean, that's a big topic.
Yeah, it really is, bro. I mean, the thing with Rogan saying that, or the thing about like him being in shape and you know, basically people being hypocrites and stuff like that. That's like the name of the game, bro. It's something that kind of lost faith in humanity a little bit, because I was like, man, it's not in this world, at least. It's really not so much always your actions that pay off. Sort of like sometimes it is the announcement that pays off, like the way you say things, your announcement to go try something that gets all this attention, but then you go drop it, sort of like the NFT space. Then everyone doesn't care.
Right. I mean, off of the Rogan the Rogan thing. I mean, I personally, I don't think that you have to be in phenomenal shape to be a health expert, because, you know, the expert part is up here. It's not like just because you know all the things doesn't mean you want to do it yourself. Like, I know a lot of training techniques. It doesn't mean I use all of them or want to even, you know? So like, I don't know. I can see both sides. It really depends on, you know, leading by example versus actually strictly, you know, being the expert up in your brain, if that's what matters more.
100%. And I was gonna pull up one of your socials. Which one would you rather me pull up? Twitter, Instagram?
Twitter, definitely. Yeah, Instagram. I don't even run my Instagram.
I didn't know if you ran it, because you're not as deep in Web3, so I didn't know if that was something you cared as much about.
No, we have this. Our guy Joe is he's amazing. He does graphics for us and runs some of our socials. And I don't even have to touch our Instagrams, thankfully. Yes.
All right, yeah. So guys, make sure you follow Matt. The only reason I'm not is this is the Joyish Kingdom account, just because I'm joining on Spaces. I only follow 2 people, and it's just like a fucking legal thing. Anyways, it's not a legal thing. I don't know what it is, bro, about like the company page that I wanted to keep, that I only follow the 3 people, because I want it to be obvious if people come to the Joyish Kingdom page to be able to see who's like technically like on the team, like who actually works that they can hit up. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah, make sure you guys follow him. He's the full-time content creator and educational director at Penny Boys. If you want to know more, just honestly hit him up, dude. Like literally shoot him a DM. Do you answer DMs?
Yeah, Twitter, Discord, whatever. Yeah,
guys, hit him up for sure. If you want to know more about what's going on in the Joyish Kingdom, hit me up on Twitter at Cade Bergman. That's where I'm at. I post a lot on Twitter, post a lot on Instagram. I'm posting on all platforms, different kinds of content. Yeah, I do a lot of. I just went on Instagram yesterday with my friend Felix, and we did a live stream. We talked about monetization of content, entrepreneurship, like trading, all those things. So if you guys want to check that out, I have Instagram content as well. I have a lot of TikTok content. I'm fucking all over the place on content, fam. If you want to know more about me, if you've been watching me for a minute and you're seeing that I'm doing the show, you want to know kind of like what I'm about, this video that I posted last year called Joyish Kingdom, the trailer, definitely watch that. It's the Joyish, just my actual trip where I went on and lived in a car for a little while. And it's that entire story of like how this all happened and came to be. If you want to know about that, this is a great video to watch. It's probably my best video I've ever put together. It's a full entire like documentary style cinematic experience. It's only 7 minutes. So if you want to know more about me, definitely check that out. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. And fam, I think that's fucking it. I think we're just gonna close out the show. Matt, dude, thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. That was awesome.
Hell yeah. Guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter Spaces, hit the retweet button. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, continue on your Joyish, continue to learn,